Labrīt.
Good morning, Excellencies, Ministers, Commissioner, Madam Vaira Vīķa-Freiberga, ladies and gentlemen. It's a real honor for me to open the conference organized by the Latvian presidency. The conference is on women's empowerment and sustainable development. We are very honored to say that at the beginning of January we opened the European Year for Development, and today we are going to open one of the thematic months of the European Year, which is dedicated to the rights of women and girls. I'd like to thank our honorable guests who, together with me, are going to open this event. I welcome Madam Speaker of the Parliament of Latvia, Commissioner Mimica, and former State President Vaira Vīķa-Freiberga, as well as the UN representative, Mr. Doreit. I extend particular welcome to Andris Piebalgs, without whose personal support this event could not happen. We are very happy to say that this conference has assembled a very wide range of participants coming from the European Union member states and our partner countries, from the European Commission, European Parliament, the United Nations, OECD, and international financial institutions. We also welcome members of civil society and academic sector. Today, at the conference, we are going to look for more efficient solutions to ensure equal rights for women in the labor market and provide opportunities for entrepreneurial activity in developing countries. Talking to our people, we often come across the phenomenon that it is very difficult to understand the topic of the conference of today. And it is very difficult to see clear links between the development of prosperity and the equal opportunities. We live in the most prosperous region of the world, and sometimes it is very difficult to believe that in the majority of the world elsewhere there are difficulties to purchase land, to gain education, and all these things are determined not by your personal properties or skills, but rather by your buttons, whether you button your jacket on the right or on the left. Democracy and rule of law go hand in hand with equal rights. And we cannot imagine real democracy depending on the fact whether you have born as a boy or as a girl. So this should not be determined by the fact where you have been born and will you be able to start school. So these things should not determine your ability to start a new company or to buy land. We all remember that some time ago, for women to be able to publish the piece of literature, women had to use pseudonyms of men. So we have George Sand and others. So there were very strict restrictions, and these restrictions are still a reality in the world. If in the newly developing countries only 10% of women, if more 10% girls could attend schools, this could result in 3% of the growth of GDP worldwide. So we have to discuss the possibility to create a safer, more democratic, and more prosperous world. During this conference, we, together with you, dear participants, we would like to focus on the challenges met by women, and we would like to talk about good practice examples, and we would address common solutions that would enable women to find their place in the economic life. We have several very good examples where private sector has provided opportunities for women in the developing countries to acquire the necessary knowledge and skills to start entrepreneurial activity. However, new companies may not be created without financial resources, and today we'll have an excellent opportunity to hear the good practice examples, including the case of Mondelez International and their participation in providing microloans to women. I'm convinced that in the result of these discussions, we'll be able to identify many other good practice examples, and we'll find new ideas how to strengthen economic potential of women in the developing countries. I would wish you all very rich and exciting discussions, and I hope that at the end of the conference we'll come to common conclusions, which would be based on practical experience and will feed in further discussions about new sustainable development goals post-2015.